Well, aloha and welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me in this brand new year. My name is Paul Fletcher, and this is The Healing Source. Today is January 3rd, 2024, as I am doing this live podcast. It's also on video, so there's going to be 10, 15 or so people that will join me on video as I'm presenting today. And this is week 8 of this podcast series on the nature, power, and significance of the chakras on our health and wellness. In the first of this series, I gave the overview of what chakras are and their relevance to the physical body, especially the physical body's health and wellness. Week 2 through 7 up to today, I covered one chakra per week. Last week we talked about the 6th chakra. So if you missed that, make sure you subscribe, go back and listen to that previous episode. Now you can also find these on my website, wellspringoflight.com. There I have many free tools where you can learn about the nature of the soul, download that free program course. I even have one about healing your relationships through soul wisdom. There's lots of different ways in which you can benefit from this wisdom, aside from listening to these podcasts. I even have a membership program where you can, every day, 5 days a week, be within the healing field and receive transformational blessings for your emotional body, your physical body, relationships, whatever it is that's of interest to you. So make sure you go to my website, wellspringoflight.com, to learn more. So today we're going to be communicating about the 7th chakra, also known as the crown chakra. This chakra is truly a remarkable energy center. It is amongst the most coveted when it comes to the ability to open it and to operate with an open 7th chakra. This particular chakra is directly associated with your level of enlightenment. Now, if you remember from the earlier wisdom and teachings, when in week 5 we covered the 4th chakra, we also covered at that time that it was considered to be the first level of enlightenment, when your soul has offered enough service where you are at least 51% service to others versus service to self. Then your soul, after many lifetimes of serving others and moving away from selfishness, moving more towards selflessness, becomes its first level of enlightenment, which means it resides within your heart chakra. You may or may not remember, but according to the spiritual guidance, only about 15% of humanity, 15% of humanity had actually reached that level of enlightenment. And when I say that level, I mean there are obviously many different levels. So that's actually a sad statement when you think about it, that out of 8 billion people, I don't know what the numbers are, that's probably about, obviously less than a billion, but we'll say a billion. Out of 8 billion people, their hearts are open enough to be kind, caring, and loving for another, more so than the self. So we have a long way to go as a humanity. And one of the great aspects of this journey, the spiritual journey, is that the Source gave us many different ways in which we can complete these forms of communication. The chakras assist. The crown chakra is the receiver. Think of it like the satellite dish. If you check online and you check the history of the crown chakra, you'll often see a reference to the 1,000-petaled lotus. And I want to share with you a true story going back about to 20 years, back before digital photography and the ability to easily manipulate things. I was shown a regular photographic image that my teacher took. This is a woman who is an enlightened master teacher woman. She does a lot of miracle healing. And she grew up in China, and this photo had been taken almost 10 years earlier. So it had been about 30 years ago. So 10 years earlier, she had apparently went to a monastery somewhere in China, and she had photographed a monk who was in a meditative posture. And the monk had developed above his crown a lotus flower. And when you looked at the image, you could see it wasn't like it was photoshopped in. It was clearly almost like it was holographic. It looked a little bit like a partial holographic violet purple lotus flower, and it was partially filled in and partially not. Quite interesting to see this 30-year-old photograph. And she shared, and I believe her, having had measurable experiences with her that were not definable by physical terms, having had things happen to my physical body when she was 10 feet away, spiritually speaking, you cannot deny when you're with a true master. And having spent that kind of time with her, when she said, this was a photo I took, and this was of a monk in deep meditation, I believe that's true. So the crown chakra is often known as the 1,000-petaled lotus. What does that mean? Each petal stands for a new layer of understanding and wisdom of the universe. The one that has opened their crown to have fully fulfilled the 1,000-petal lotus is a fully and completely enlightened being. Now, all of you who've been listening to me know who my teacher is. His name is Dr. and Master Sha. And Master Sha has shared that on Earth there are fewer than 3 people alive that have their crown chakra fully open, where their soul sits above the crown of the head. Souls can be sitting anywhere in the human body. There are at least 20 to 30 where their soul is up in their head, and some where it's trying to rise out. But only 3 where the being is so fully enlightened that their soul was sitting above their head. And he explained that that kind of a being, especially after their physical presence, is very, very special indeed. So there is a great opportunity when you open your crown chakra. Now, what I want to do at this time is I want to do a flow. I want to connect with the source and offer some guided wisdom and information regarding the nature, power, and significance of this chakra. Okay? So let us connect. You can receive this message by closing your eyes and receive with your heart. So dear the source, can you please borrow my mouth and offer a message on the nature, power, and significance of the 7th chakra? Thank you. How? This is the source. When I created humanity, I created your vessel, your soul, to always be in constant communication. For I am you and you are me. We are one and have never been separate, even though you often believe you are. These chakras and the entire energetic body that makes up your soul is empowered uniquely and connected to mine, for you are created in my likeness, it has been said. Mother Earth actually has 7 chakras as well, as does almost all life here on Earth, with few exceptions. So this particular chakra represents, as has been shared, the highest levels of attainment, acknowledgement of all that is, if you will. But in terms of your physical body, it is more representative of a complete awakening to the falseness of the existence you are within. And when I say that, what I really mean is that you are not that which you have spent your entire life believing you are. You are that which you have been ignoring, which is pure love and pure light. You are simply a projection within this third dimension, naming yourself Bill or Bob or Paul or Rebecca, whatever your name. And this experience is quite temporary if that has not dawned on you yet. But in the temporariness of it, my systems, chakras, and so forth that I've built for you act as a conduit through which I can communicate with you, through which a horse, a bird, an angel can communicate with you. These chakras, in essence, are receiver dishes. They are, for lack of a better word, a satellite dish that receives messages on a consistent and constant basis. Each of your chakras have these functionalities and they work in harmony, and of course, as has been described, affect different parts of your body because of their proximity within your body. Therefore, the seventh chakra affects your crown, the top of your head, the skull, if you will, wherein the wisdom and understandings of the universe can be better understood in the mind. This is not by accident in the design. So by further opening your colloquial mind, you can actually further open your crown chakra. The practices that have been given to the teacher Sha are actually significantly more potent than one might guess. If one actually worked with the practices provided, especially moving the chi through your channel, you would discover the vibration on top of your head. You would discover the sharp jabs sometime on top of your crown. You would feel itchiness, and you would know that there is a movement, if you will, of this area. Your crown chakra is a gateway to your original point of creation. Since you are never separate from your original point of creation, and you think you are here in the physical, start thinking a little harder about that statement. Your crown chakra is the gateway to your original point of creation. So by spending time in this chakra, you are spending time in your original point of creation. And this is where you can download, if you will, onto this dimension significantly more information that can assist you with an enjoyable journey here. This gives you a greater understanding of the nature, power, and significance of your crown chakra. This is my message. This is the source. Wonderful. So you can welcome leave any comments, any aha moments that might have brought up for you in receiving this message from the source about the nature of the crown chakra. Now, Master Sha has shared in some of his more advanced courses. Some I can share, some I cannot, but he has shared that there are very few people in humanity that have grown their soul so much that they're sits up there. Those people have special abilities. They have the ability to connect to the future. They have the ability to read the records. They have the ability to commune on a consistent basis with Source. There's literally like a two-way communication that happens real time. A person that has their crown fully open and their soul above their head can be having a full-on conversation with Source while also having a conversation with you. So this is one of the natures of the higher attributes and qualities of being a fully enlightened being with your crown that wide open. So what then is some of the practices that can be done to assist you? Well, one of the practices is boosting and empowering the point here at the top of the crown, which I'll go ahead and share a screen with you now. Here it is. Good. So this chakra is a fist-sized energy center located above the crown of your head, so it's not actually touching your head. And it's about the size of your fist. And this special point I was telling you about is called the Bai Hui point. It is an acupuncture point on the top of the head. It is also the point through which all of the yang energy of heaven comes in. Whereas the first chakra and the Hui Yin point at the perineum area is the yin point, gathering all of Mother Earth's frequencies. And has been stated in many teachings, including in these, that we are a combination of yin and yang. And so we have the yang frequencies of heaven and the yin frequencies of earth coming in at these 2 points. And when they come in equal balance, our yin and yang can balance, hence the relevance. So this is the sacred powerhouse as shared that connects our consciousness to the higher consciousness of that which created us. Very, very important, very, very powerful. And obviously when a human being reaches this soul status, this reaches the highest soul standing for a human being, there is no need to be present anymore on this planet and experience. There is quite a few stories I have read and heard, haven't heard it directly from an enlightened being, but they say that when a person truly reaches enlightenment, they're actually given a choice. I did hear this, it was secondhand, about the first enlightened teacher that I came underneath in Korea. And the story came from one of the masters in his organization. And they said, Susanim means teacher. Susanim spent 21 days, no food, no water, and then enlightenment came. And when enlightenment came, he told this group of masters, he was one of them that was there, that he was given a choice. You can come home now and be an enlightened being here in heaven, or you can stay on earth and help humanity. And then they showed him the future of humanity if people like him didn't stay. This particular master chose to stay. I have heard that story more than once by different masters. I do believe that's true. So that's something you can look forward to. If you ever reach that high layer of enlightenment, you can actually, you will be given the opportunity to stay and serve or to go. It's a good possibility anyway. So Master Sha has received many different mantras and chanting, and the one that is most effective that he has shared with us for this crown chakra area up here is the sound power Weng, W-E-N-G. And he chants Weng all at once. He'll chant Weng 3 times, Weng, 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 and then he has a mantra Weng Ya Yo Dao. So let's go ahead and do that practice now so that we can further develop our crown chakra. We start by placing one palm over the lower abdomen and the other palm over the crown of our head. Now, you don't want to push down. You want to gently relax there. I do personally relax my fingertips on top of my crown because it's hard to hold your hand up there. But I leave space, probably a ½ inch or so, above the top center of my head. Close your eyes, silently repeat. And dear the soul of my crown chakra, you are one of the core and important chakras in my body. You have the ability to fully develop yourself and to develop the 1,000-petaled lotus. Do a good job. And dear every download, healing light transmission I've ever received, please turn on. Please bless this area of my body. Assist this chakra to fully open and develop in whatever way is appropriate. Thank you. And dear my source creator, God, all of my spiritual fathers and mothers, beings of love and light. I love you. I'm humbled and honored by your dedication and love for me and my soul journey. During this practice today, could you please boost and develop my seventh chakra? Thank you. Let us do a forgiveness practice. Dear humanity, dear all souls, if I or my ancestors have offered incorrect or harmful spiritual teachings, especially if those teachings harmed your growth, your soul journey, your chakras, or your seventh chakra, any aspect of your enlightenment journey, if I or my ancestors have made these kinds of mistakes, I deeply apologize. Our lack of wisdom, please forgive me. Please forgive my ancestors. Thank you. I also extend my unconditional forgiveness to all the souls that might have harmed my soul journey, my enlightenment path. So let us now practice by chanting Wong, W-E-N-G, feeling the light coming into the crown of your head. Breathe in. You should be able to feel the vibration up there as well. If you wish to add the violet color, you can visualize violet color. It's a gentle visualization. Continue to feel the vibration. Let us chant Wong 3 times. Deep breath in. Wong. Breathe in. If your hands are tired, you can switch your hands. Breathe in. Now we will chant a mantra that sounds like Wong Ya Yo Dao. You will catch on. Deep breath in. Wong Ya Yo Dao. 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 See the light, purple violet light in the crown of your head. Breathe in. Wong Ya Yo Dao. Wong Ya Yo Dao. Wong Ya Yo Wong ya yo dao, Wong ya yo dao, Wong ya yo dao, Wong ya yo dao, Wong ya yo dao. Ha ha ha. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So check in with yourself. You might notice some additional vibration in the crown of your head. This is only about 5 minutes of practice. One of the things that I have shown you in each week of this practice is that each chakra has a sound power. First chakra is He. Second one is Hung. Third one is Hong. Fourth one is Ah, Ah, Ah. Fifth chakra is Shi. The last week, sixth chakra was Yi, Y-I. And now you have Wang. And we're going to start putting this all together when we move into next week. Our teacher, Master Sha, has such an advanced set of channels that he knew the importance of developing each of the chakras one by one. He knew the importance of developing the channel, the Zhongmai, the channel that connects them. And then there's a channel that actually goes through the entire body, which goes up the 7 chakras and then down the back. This is called the Qi channel. There is a reverse channel that doesn't actually follow the same pathway, and it is known as the Jing channel. One is for energy, one is for matter, one is healing, one is rejuvenating. And so I'm going to start with that information starting next week. We're going to do the Qi channel next week, and then we're going to do the Jing channel the week after that, okay? And we're going to use these mantras that I've been teaching you every week so far. We're going to start linking them together and make a mantra with all 7 of the chakras and the aspect of the channel that goes down the back, okay? And this will be like the capstone on this wisdom, because when you can start to work with empowering each chakra one by one and then moving the Qi through the entire channel, you are on a healing path. It will be impossible with daily practice to not heal and transform almost any aspect of your life, because you are vibrating out the negative information, messages, energy, and matter through these practices. Okay? So I encourage you to like and subscribe. If you want to learn more, go to my website, wellspringoflight.com. I offer free courses there. I have a program for healing relationships. I even have a membership program where 5 days a week we're in the healing field, and every day of the week I'm doing direct healing for your personal requests. So if you'd like to know more about that, go to wellspringoflight.com. If you're new, I do offer a free 5-day trial program. That's a fabulous way to see if this is something that's going to work for you in the long haul. And you also get a private consult with me as a gift as part of that 5-day trial program. Okay? So I look forward to seeing you next week. And until then, have an awesome day, everybody. Bye-bye.